Hi my loves, welcome to the mat. My name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch, and welcome to this brand new power yoga flow. I'm already breathless in the introduction. This is not a good start. So today we are going to bring the fire. We're going to bring the power as we take a look at some arm balances. So the title of today's flow is Fly, but we are going to play around with flying, falling, etc, etc, etc. So letting go before we even step on the mat of any expectations, any pressures, any kind of sense of ego. We're just going to have fun today. We're going to create a little bit of heat, find a bit of spice in our flow, have some fun. How many times can I say fun? And laugh off every fall that we do. So if you'd like to grab yourself some blocks, you're more than welcome to do so. Maybe get yourself a pint of water, as it will be a little bit spicy. And when you are ready, my loves, I will meet you back here to get started. Okay, you're going to begin today's flow by coming straight away into your down dog. So spreading those fingers, set your roots, connect with the earth beneath you, and then lift those hip bones into the sky. I'm just going to begin by taking some gorgeous down dog movements. So pedaling one leg, pedaling another, giving those hips a little bit of a wiggle, maybe nodding the head yes, shaking it no. If this is the first time you've stepped onto the mat today, or if this is your first down dog, make sure you get some nice deep movements. We don't want to feel any stiffness or anything, even if the flow is about 20-25 minutes long. So taking any movement that feels good, maybe you join me by bringing the big toes together, bringing the legs together, and we're going to bend those knees, sending them off to the right hand side, hips move over to the left. Get a gorgeous twist. Inhale, bring it into the center. Exhale, send those knees to face the left hand side. Hips go over to the right. Back into the center. One more time, either side. Hips go over to the left, knees to the right. Yes, inhale into the center. Hips to the right, knees to the left. Yes. And then bringing this body back into the center. Let's take a look at our flamingo down dog by really pushing into this right heel, bending the left leg, and maybe bending so much that you start to lift the toes off the mat. Tuck this knee in. Beautiful. Release the left toes down, bend the right, so bringing it all the way in to the body. Get a nice push into that left heel. Beautiful. Releasing the right toes down, and from here we're going to roll that body into our plank. So just dropping those hips a little bit, shoulders stack over those wrists, and from here we're going to lower the knees down. Slowly, slowly take your vinyasa. Nice, gentle, controlled movements. Inhale to upward dog. Take that gaze nice and high. Open up the throat. Beautiful. Before we bend the knees, hip bones come high, back in to down dog. And we're going to take that movement again. So roll that body into your plank, holding your plank for a moment. Before dropping the knees down, bend the elbows close to the body. Lower through your vinyasa. Inhale to upward dog. Open up that throat, gaze goes high. That sun is bright. And then bend the knees, hip bones come high. One more time, because we all know that I do things in threes. So when you're ready, my darlings, roll that body into your plank. Hold your plank for a moment, and maybe this time you keep those knees up as you lower with control through your vinyasa. Yes. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, tuck those toes, hip bones go high, holding our down dog here for 10 breaths. So finding how your down dog looks today, we want to send those hip bones nice and high, keeping the skin behind the knees nice and soft here. Roll back those shoulders into the space, gaze you're drifting on your knees for 10, 9, 8, it's a strong pose, connect with the earth, 7, 6, 5, yes, 4, 3, beautiful, 2, you've got this, and 1, bring those big toes to touch, bring the legs to touch, and we're going to bend those knees, start to walk the hands back to the feet, and we're going to aim to keep these heels up now, moving on to those tippy toes. So finding a bit of a balance, as it's our first one, maybe you keep those hands into the mat, or you can test your balance by pulling up your leggings and taking your hands into prayer. Yes, keep this heart lifted. 5, beautiful, 4, 3, 2, yes, and 1, hands come to touch the floor as you inhale to push into those tippy toes, lift the hip bones, feet comes hips width apart, inhale to gaze forwards, exhale, find your big toes, keeping those wrists stacked over those toes, you're going to bend the elbows to the side, lower the head down into your forward fold. Beautiful. Before we gently inhale to gaze forward, straighten the back. Exhale, bend those knees, sweep those arms forwards, move to your chair pose. So tucking this tailbone under very slightly, send your gaze high through those hands for 5. For 4. Yes, for 3. For 2. Yes. For 1, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forwards, and then walk those hands all the way back to your down dog. Bring the big toes together, and we're going to immediately sweep this right foot in between the thumbs. Inhale all the way to high lunge. Exhale, find those fingers behind the mat, Kali Mudra, so open up this heart, bending into the front knee. Ooh, wobbly, take the gaze high. Open up this heart for a couple of breaths. I'm sorry if I'm frowning, it is so bright in this room. The sun decides to shine in Wales on the day I film Power Flow. Brilliant. As we inhale, exhale, sweep the hands all the way back to the sky before we frame the front foot. Step back into our plank, holding our plank for a moment. And then from here, with control, lower, nice and slowly through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog, open up that heart. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the toes. Down dog, 10 breaths. Ooh. So finding your down dog, create this upper body strength, ready to play around with our arm balances. Holding for 10. For 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Yes. And 1. Walk those big toes together, legs are glued together as you bend the knees. Let's find our way back to a little balance. Again, maybe you stay here. Maybe you're just those leggings. Hands come to heart center. Woo. Testing out your balance here for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Ooh. 4. 1. Hands come to the mat. Lift the hip bones high. Feet comes hips width apart as we find those big toes. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, find your way into your forward fold, my loves. Again, we want soft skin behind these knees. Don't lock them in place. Keep it nice and soft. Popping your way onto your tippy toes. Draw the heels down. For 3. For 2. And for 1, release those big toes to gaze forward, straighten that back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep those hands forward, chair pose. Tuck that tailbone under, find your balance. We never want those tippy toes come over the knees, send them back. Sit back on that invisible chair for 5. For 4, you've got this. For 3, spinning for all of us. For 2. For 1, forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward, walk those hands back to your down dog. Feel this heat, feel this fire. Bring in the big toes to touch and immediately step this left foot between the thumbs. Inhale into our high lunge. Exhale, Kali Mudra behind the back. Open up this heart. Bending into that front knee, push into that back heel. Open up that heart. Nice steady breath here. Legs are burning. As we inhale. Yes, and exhale on your next breath, my loves. Sweep those hands back to the sky, high lunge. Exhale to frame the front foot. Step back into your plank. Roll to the tippy toes and very, 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 very slowly roll the body down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tuck those toes under. Come to sit in a hero's pose. So maybe those hands just relax on the mat. Maybe you take them over the heart just to cool down that breath. It is a spicy, spicy flow. But this is what we're searching for. We're searching for that power. We're searching for that heat. This is the ideal flow if you need to pick me up in the day. You want to work on your strength. You want to loosen up, have some fun. So just find a moment of stillness, tucking those toes under just to get a stretch of the feet. They've been working hard for us. Just a couple more breaths here, my darlings. Maybe grab yourself a drink of water. Yes, as we inhale. Exhale, release the hands to come back into the mat. Untuck those toes and give them just a bit of a pat into the mat here, just to stretch them out. And then when you're ready, set your roots, get yourself comfortable. Lift these hip bones into the sky. Down dog, so not staying in our down dog too long now. We're gonna start to play around. So bring these big toes together. Bending into these knees. We're gonna keep these heels a lot higher, keep these hip bones a lot higher as we find our way into this balance once more. So a lot stronger, lift these heels up as high as they can go. So not finding just a few inches, see how high you can get them. This is hard. For 5, for 4, yes, for 3, whoop. For 2, toes burning. For 1, hands come into the mat, lift the hip bones into the sky. Maybe you come to your forward fold, or maybe you find your crow pose. So bringing those knees high into the triceps. Don't gaze down, gaze forward. Remember, we want to fly here. Now, it doesn't matter if you stay here with the heels lifted off. Start to build that strength in your arms. Remember, we said we were letting go of ego, letting go of pressure. So when you're ready, move into your crow, however it might look. Gazing forwards, find your balance. Lifting those toes up. Ooh. For 10, 9, 8, 7, yeah, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, yes. Woo, 1. Come to your forward fold. Yes, my loves. And then this time, let's play around and maybe you come to your crow pose. I'll move to the side this time. Or maybe you bend back onto those tippy toes. Come to your side crow. So creating a little shelf for your body. Left side, right side, it's completely up to you. Personal preference here. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start to take our gaze forward, moving on to that shelf of our arms. Find your balance, and then maybe you send the top leg down the mat, slide that bottom leg forward, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whose idea was it to do this flow? Oh yeah, it was mine. Brilliant. And 1. If you're in your little balance, just release those toes. Come to your hero's pose. Give those wrists a little bit of a roll. Rolling them in one direction. Rolling them in another. So it doesn't matter if you flew, you fell. I fell. I flew. But come to the mat. But come to the mat with no expectations, no pressure. Just enjoy yourself, find yourself on the mat. So today it's just a brief little introduction into side crow, and then we'll maybe take a look at flying splits. Later on in the next couple of weeks, I will be uploading a vinyasa flow with this so we can learn it a little bit properly, or a little bit deeper, whatever the correct correct grammar is for those words. Anyway, all right, we've done crow, we've done side crow. Let's play around. So take the hands back into the mat. First we come into our down dog. Now, giving you the option here. If you would like to just take a regular vinyasa because they're hard enough as it is, then you do that. Or maybe you come to flying splits by rolling that body into your plank, creating yourself a shelf. Right leg sits on top of the right elbow and find your way to flying splits. Yes. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I don't want to move. Come to take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Right, we've got one more flow with the crow, side crow and flying splits. So when you're ready, we're going to bring those big toes to touch, legs to touch, bend the knees, move back on to those tippy toes. Yes. Keep those heels nice and high. Find your balance. 5, 4, embrace the sweat. 3, 2, yes, and 1. Lift those hip bones. Maybe find your way to crow. Maybe practice your crow alignment. Anything that your body is craving, how your energy feels today. But when you're ready, find your way into your pose. Yes, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm falling apart. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Release the legs down. Give those wrists a bit of a shake. Oh my goodness, this is a power flow. Oh, chaos. Anyway, if this is the first time meeting me on the mat, well, welcome to the chaos that is the Yogi Witch. I do not search for perfection on the mat, we search for progress. Alrighty, so maybe you take your crow pose again, maybe you take your side crow. So disclaimer, I cannot do my side crow on my right hand side. I'm a little bit kiffed and I cannot figure out where my arms are going. So again, I'm gonna leave it up to you, Yogi's choice. Maybe you take it left side, maybe you take it right side, maybe you practice your crow, or you simply just take a breather. But whatever it is that you're craving, you're gonna move into your pose now. Side crow, crow, maybe a breather. Anything that your body craves, but when you're ready, move into your pose. Hold for 5, 4, 3, yes, 2, and 1. Woo! Ah, my loves, come back to your crow pose. Roll those wrists. Give yourself a breather. One more arm balance to go. We have got this. Embrace the sweat, embrace this heat, embrace this power. So you've got one more arm balance to go, which is our flying splits. And again, yogi choice, take it on any side that you crave, that you want to practice on or your body favors. This is your time on the mat. You can choose what you do to it. You can take the flying splits, you can just take a vinyasa, you can come straight away to your child's pose. It doesn't matter to me. We're not coming in here with judgment. We're looking for progress, not perfection. I'm proud of you regardless of what you do. I'm proud of you for joining me on the mat, my darlings. So when you're ready, let's make our way to flying splits. So first come to our down dog and then roll that body into your plank. Find your way to flying splits, whichever side of the body you want to go on. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, yes, 2, 1. Inhale, upward dog, yes. Exhale, cross those ankles, send those legs forward. Woo. Roll the body onto your back. Yes, my loves, we did it. Oh, I love my little mat coven. So just hug these knees nice and close. Take a few rolls from side to side. Massage the base of the spine. And then when you're ready, ending with just a few twists. So we're going to allow those knees to roll to the right hand side. Gaze comes over to the left. If you'd like to go further, you can step this left foot just on the mat, so just above that right knee, starting to feel it deep in this left hip. Slowing things down, we've got a gorgeous Savasana coming. A well-deserved Savasana. Just staying in your twist just a couple more moments. Before you gently place the left leg back on top of the right, inhale, both knees come to the center. Exhale, take it to the other side. So knees fall to the left, gaze goes to the right, and again, maybe you step this right knee on top of the mat or the floor just above the left knee. Beautiful. Popping the right leg back on top of the left. Inhale into the center, extend the legs, take the arms overhead. Beautiful full body stretch to pull this belly button in and up. Point those fingers, point those toes. And then we're going to take a nice deep healing inhale here. And on your exhale, sigh it all the way out, find your way to your Shavasana, take up space on your mat, let that body hang heavy. Feeling that fire, feeling that warmth, feeling the power in your hands, in your arms, in your feet, in your entire body. This is just a little reminder of how powerful and how magical you are. A reminder that you can conquer anything, even if it feels you're a little bit lost at the moment. So you're going to aim to make your exhales longer than your inhales here. Let go of that fire. Let's cool it down a little bit so it's just a gorgeous little heat within our bodies, within our souls. It's always at this point that the cat and the dog decide to join me. So we're going to give ourselves just one more minute here, my darlings, but again, it's your choice. Maybe you stay here for a while. Maybe you follow this up with some gentle yoga or some other meditations, anything that you crave. But we're just aiming to get our exhales longer than our inhales here. And like I said, you're welcome to stay here for longer if you crave. Sending love, sending magic. Or if you're ready to come out with me now, you're going to take one more nourishing inhale. And exhale. Sigh it all the way out. Bending one knee, bend another, roll the body to one side, and slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. From here, we're going to roll those shoulders back, bring the hands to the knees, and gently bow the chin into the chest. Sending out love, sending out gratitude to ourselves for coming to the mat, for this little coven that has joined us today. And from me to you, as always, thanking you for allowing me into your practice and to be your teacher for this Fly Power Yoga flow. I hope you enjoyed it, my loves, sending always so much love, so much magic from my mat to yours, and I hope to see you again soon.